Hi everybody. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about how things went today when we pulled the race truck out of the shop, put it on a wrecker because it doesn't run and drive yet, and took it over to the Burkhart Center. Um, and they had invited me to come over and speak with a group of their students about my race program and all of that. And I wasn't sure how a conversation like that might go. I was a little nervous about it. I wasn't quite sure what to say. Um, I may I may get kind of emotional in this video. It is what it is. That's it is what it is. But here we go. We're gonna get a little personal and dive into this. It was an incredible experience going over there and speaking with their students about my passion for off-road racing on so many levels. I don't put a lot of my personal life out on social media, racing and things like that, and I do. But recently, I lost a relationship that I value very highly in my life, and it made me look at what I was doing and consider evaluating it and its importance. And today showed me that as I've been trying to build this program in a way to be bigger than me and more important than me, today showed me that we're on the right path here. And I am supremely grateful for that and for the opportunities that the off-road racing as a whole and all of that, the opportunities that has put before me over the last 7 years. So that said, I'll get into what we talked about at the Burkhart a little bit and how that went. It was an incredible experience to meet with those students and the faculty there. They are doing amazing things and helping out a community that may be a little misunderstood, a community in which I am a part of. If you haven't seen any of the other previous stuff, I was diagnosed as being autistic about 6 months ago, and that has forever changed my life and my outlook on things and the lens at which I view the world. And I wanted to find a way to be of service. So I teamed up with the Burkhart using my race program to raise money through the pledge drive. Sign up, pledge any amount for every mile that we complete. And in discussions with the Burkhart, they asked if I would be interested in coming to speak with some of their students. And I said, absolutely. Let's do this, and let's see what we can do. So today was the first opportunity I had to do that. I had the truck taken by tow truck over there, and we had about 14 students. I told them a little about off-road racing and what it was. I showed them my video from the Mint the last time, where I struggled with understanding how to define a win, and they engaged and asked questions, and it was awesome to get that kind of feedback. I told the students there that I was autistic and that this was my my life's passion to do off-road racing and be able to do it in a manner where it will be of service to other people. You know, I supremely enjoy this, but greater than my enjoyment in this is having the ability to utilize all this time and money and effort in this ridiculous thing that we do out in the desert, and use that to help other people in some form. That what a great calling. You know, you can't ask for any better than that. Some of the questions that they asked about the cars, they asked about the terrain, they asked about what do you eat, what do you drink, things like that. And then the questions started to get a little bit more personal. Some of the students asked if I had ever been told, because I'm autistic, that I couldn't do something. And it hurt my feelings that people would say things like that to anyone. You know, there's the way that question is formed, in the manner at which it was presented to these students in their, you know, wherever it was, is an unreasonable question, and it should never be asked. There is never anything that you can't do for that reason. And there are innumerable things that you can always try. Fortunately for me, that has never been an issue. No one has ever told me that I can't do that in relation to being autistic. Granted, you know, I've only known about this myself for 6 months or so. I have been told that in the past that there are things that I can't do or that aren't going to work or whatever. And I was proud to be able to reply to them that you can try anything and you can do anything that you want. And that being autistic is not a deficiency. I have found, reviewing my life, that it is actually advantageous. It's advantageous in my career. It's advantageous in my race program. The way that my mind operates is it's extremely valuable. It's valuable to my employer, whether they know it or not. You know, it's valuable to the success of my race program. And I hope that them being able to see what I have been able to achieve and the things that I'm trying to do will give them inspiration to go forward and try their own things. So that one got me right here. We talked about what it's like to have a passion. Again, you know, recently my mind has been places where I've been trying to sort through a bunch of emotional stuff and, you know, whatever. One of those things being whether my passion is of value and whether I may be too passionate about it, and that's a difficult thing to consider. And I told the students about being able to pursue your passion may not necessarily mean that that's your job. My job is not in racing, not yet. Maybe one day. That's a goal I'd like to have. But I found a career that I enjoy well enough that allows me to pursue my passion. So I made that encouragement to the students. and they were asking about what I thought, or how, how did it feel to learn that you were autistic. One of the students gave her explanation of relief, and that's exactly how I felt when I learned this, because I was able to explain. Everything clicked, like she said. So I was able to explain a lot of situations in my life, and it was really good to be able to talk with people that may not have a lot of hope for themselves. They may have a hard time on introspection and giving themselves the credit that they're due. I think that's probably a problem that all of us run into. Give yourself some grace, give yourself some credit. You're doing a good job. There's nothing that you can't do, that you can't accomplish. You can do it. And so to be able to be an example of what's possible for these students was an extremely awesome experience. I am so grateful that what I've been working on for years and years has a place, and it has somewhere that it can be useful to people. And like I've said before, I want the things that I work on to be of service to others. Yes, I enjoy this immensely. It's the most fun you can ever have. It is my zen place to be in the truck with my helmet on. But more than that is its ability to help other people, to show a little bit of encouragement, to show a little bit of opportunity, to show potential. And if even just one person from today's meeting says, you know what, a lot of people have told me no, but I saw that Bryant can do this, I can do it too. And I explained that it's hard. It's hard to deal with a passion, and a very intensive passion. And it can be lonely, and there's a lot of difficulties. But those challenges are worth the effort to continue and pursue, especially if you know in here that you're doing the right thing, and you're doing something that can be good for others as well as yourself, that don't hurt other people. That's extremely valuable. And it's just like in off-road racing, having a passion, because it may be a challenge, that's the way our sport works. It's a challenge. It's hard to do, but the feeling that you get of completing that task and getting to the finish line, that's the goal. Number one goal. Green flag, checkered flag. Number one goal. And to not give up on something, especially if other people are telling you that you can't do it. I think that there's a lot of value to that. And I hope that people can recognize that from my program here and what we're doing, and that's worth it all to me. All the time and energy and money. That's what's worth it. Is to use this as an example of you can do that, whatever it is that you want to do. Yeah, it was a good day, a little bit sad, a little bit overwhelming, a lot of stuff running through my head and that I'm trying to process, a lot of excitement and positivity. Yeah, so this journey so far, it's been real. There's been a lot of real stuff going on, and I'm hoping that I can continue to make people proud and help and be of service. I know that the conversations that I've had with a few of my friends recently, as recent as today, are deep and meaningful. I want people to take care of themselves, physically, but mentally. Take care of yourself. If there's one thing that I'm learning through all of this process as I re-engage the world in a different way with a different outlook, is that it's important to talk to people, man. It doesn't have to be professionally, but be open and true with your friends and with people that are close to you and all that. And man, it's as hard as it's been going through some things recently. It's all good. There's value in all of it, and I'm very grateful for the opportunities that have been placed in front of me. I hope to utilize them in the best possible way for the benefit of others and to some benefit of myself. But I really appreciate the encouragement from all of you. I appreciate you liking, sharing, commenting, all those things that all the YouTubers tell you to do. That helps spread the word about what we're trying to do here, and the money we're trying to raise and all that kind of stuff. And I want you to know that I appreciate every single one of you and your contributions to that, whether it's just an encouraging word or something like that. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for believing in me and believing in what I'm doing. Yeah, man. It was an emotional day, and I can't thank the Burkhart enough for allowing me to come in and speak with their students and engage with them, and I can't thank them enough for engaging with me and asking questions, thoughtful questions, not only about racing and the truck and the equipment and all of that, but about my experiences with autism thus far, and telling me a little bit about theirs, and helping me to understand better and consider things, and consider how else I can help. I don't know that I can say any more than that. It was an awesome day. I'm drained from all the ups and downs, and the downs aren't necessarily negative downs, but they're there. Thank you. I hope you watched this whole video. I really appreciate it. We're going to get back to work on the truck tomorrow, and over the next 3 days we got a lot of work to do. I've got a lot of people counting on me and riding on this, and I don't want to let anybody down. So we're going to get out there and make some dust. Thanks for following along. There'll be more to come. Lots more to come. Thank you.